Okay, hello. I'm ready to go today. I'm pretty confident that the sound is showing up. If you come in and you listen to me, would you please let me know that it is working? All right, today is about squeezing the last bit of fun out of summer. Again, I live in Monterey, California, where school has started. I know I've got clients, I've got East Coast clients for whom school doesn't start until after Labor Day, which is the way it should be 100%. At the same time, I know that the reality for a lot of you is that if it's not starting this week, it's going to start next week or in the next couple of weeks. And so even if school has started, the weather still says that it's summer and the light still says that it's summer. So I really want you to take to heart what I'm saying about squeezing the last bit out of summer. So before summer winds down, one of the things that I love to do is to really consider what is quintessential summer? What defines summer for you? For me, I will say that it's watermelon and riding bikes downtown to buy an ice cream cone. Not scooping it from the container in the kitchen, but on the bikes downtown, standing in line, walking down the sidewalk. And I have to tell you that in Monterey, it's usually cold by the time you go after dinner. It's usually cold. I have gone and eaten my ice cream cone with my beanie on and my down jacket on and, my scarf. You can see here it's the middle of the day. I've got on my sweater. But there's something so quintessentially summer about that, going down, buying the ice cream cone, that even when it's cold, it's still worth it to me. What is that for you and your family? What is really defining quintessential summer for you? Because when we have that, we are able to tap into something powerfully and emotionally. If the kids are complaining, oh, we didn't do anything this summer. Oh, the summer was so boring. What was it? Then we need to highlight those kinds of moments for them. And so part of them is asking, hey, kiddos, what is the quintessential summer for you? How do you define summertime? And while the season is still summer, what can we do to milk every last drop rather than plowing back into the school routine and there can be excitement, but honestly, let's face it, there's a lot of heaviness that comes with the school routine too. What could be your one last time events that you work in? If I had kids who were school age and school were about to start, I would make 100% sure that we were getting on our bikes and we were riding downtown for ice cream cones. I might be looking for the summer concert series, and even though it's the first weekend of school, I might be saying like, "Okay, Friday night, we're going down and taking dinner to the park, and we're listening to the live music." Imagine that as a way of shedding, like, all of the, like, "Oh my gosh, first school, first day of school, we have homework, where's my stuff, we're in the routine." Take that last moment to go, and hopefully your school activities haven't started yet. So I find that at the beginning of the school year, usually you have a week or two lag where the school has started. Maybe teachers haven't started giving homework or as much homework right away. That can be something to milk. And maybe they are, uh, yeah, so school activities haven't started and you don't have as much homework. Use a little bit of that freedom still to define things. For my daughter, camping was really big, and I might not have it to get together for the full camp to go to the campground. on a weekend when school has started, but if I know it's gonna be super hot, maybe I could tease her with one last, like, let's just camp in the backyard. Let's get out the tent and the mats and the sleeping bags and camp in the backyard. And if you don't have the possibility for fire in your backyard, you can always do microwave s'mores as a compromise between doing them. But just one last little, okay, it is still sort of summer kind of thing. I also think it's important to do a review of the summer. What were the camps they went to? What were the weeks when they didn't have anything? How did that feel? What was good about the planning you did? And maybe where did things not work so well? Maybe the kids were restless. Maybe they were fighting with each other a lot. Take some notes and brainstorm about next summer. Every spring, rather, I give a workshop called Your Best Summer Ever, where I really try to get parents to do some proactive thinking about how to create and maximize the season. And why do I do this? Because in lives that are as busy as ours, that are as go, 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 go as ours, while kids are still in school, there is a big shift. Even if they're going to summer school, even if they're working, they still have uh, buy-in to the idea that summer is special. So I want us to maximize that opportunity to slow down, to have things feel qualitatively different. Even if you're getting up and going for camp, even if they're getting up and going for work, there is summer light, summer air, summer weather, all of which help us to feel a little bit differently. Summer fruits, oh my gosh, like if that's not the best part of summer, I don't know what is. And sometimes, that's it. Buying the last bowl of cherries or the last bowl of apricots that are in season, that can help to define and to milk the season in a way that's important. So review and acknowledge what the kids have done, what you all have done, what was really fun, what wasn't. And don't just go for the highlights, right? Don't just say like, oh, that week we had at the beach, that was the best. Try to pick up on little things as well. Like, Mom, you were just so much less stressed that even though you were working, it felt so different from nag, 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 nag all the time. That's valuable feedback. And I know it's hard to go into the school year. We are holding so much on our to-do lists, and the kids are going in so many different directions. There really is more on our plate. But if that's the kind of reaction that your kids have, that's a super important piece of information. And then I want you to get creative and to think about, how could we build this into the school year? With your little kids, it might be easier, but with your older kids, honestly, with all their competing schedules, it might really be putting everything on the calendar and looking for that one window of like, whoa, no kid is committed anywhere else on this night. Block it out, announce it, put it on the calendars that's going to be your family game night or your family movie night. Though I like the idea of games better because they allow for a little bit more interaction and communication, and they slow down a little bit. And our world is so full of tech that it's always a good idea to get off of our tech. All right, one last thing that you can do is to highlight a summer by actually maybe you took 300, 400, 500 pictures over the summer. And there they are living on your phone. And when they live on your phone, you're the only one who has access to them. The kids don't have access to them. So if we take the time or have them, from the computer, go in and pick highlight photos, right? If each kid picked 10 photos, you picked another 10 and you threw them into uh, one of those photo books that are so easy to make. And I was finding, at least a couple weeks ago, I was finding some good sales on it. So maybe that's still the case. Now we have a book. And now that heightens the importance of summer 2026. So even if their first reaction to, like, what was summer like? How was it? What did it was like? Oh, it was dumb. It was nothing special. It was this. Having a book helps to make it more concrete. And the great thing about book, I call pictures revisionist history, right? Because from if 300 pictures, you take 30, you are taking those Instagram moments, and in everybody's memory, you're elevating what was useful, or what was fun, or what felt special. And that helps to elevate the whole family, right? That becomes this concrete representation of, like, oh, this is who we are together as a family. And summer is much easier for that compared to the school year, when each child has more of their own agenda. Okay, I'm going to keep it short today because I just wanted to pop in and highlight this opportunity for you to sort of have summer really locked in and sink in as something important and special before we go into the busyness of the school year. Elizabeth Stitt, Joyful Parenting Coaching. You can find me for a getting to know you call if you've got any concerns that you want to see, like, oh, does this warrant coaching? Does this warrant having a conversation with somebody? I'm happy to do that getting to know you call, that first step. It's complimentary.